$200 raise for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, and SSI beneficiaries. Starting today? That's a great question and exactly what I want to focus on for you right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to focus on the $200 per month raise that we've all heard about so many times over the last few years, especially as of recently, the last year or so, and the last couple months, where this is getting a lot more attention and it's getting a lot more traction to raise these benefits up by $200 per month or $2,400 per year for roughly the next 75 years out until the end of the century for millions upon millions of Social Security beneficiaries. Now, this is again a question that I get down below in the comment section on a very regular basis, and I do receive some emails from some of you here in the community asking what is going on here, and I heard this is going to be starting today or this month. What's going on and when can we expect this extra $200 to start hitting our checks and our bank accounts? Again, great question. Let's get into it and offer some clarification as well as talk about what is really going on with this extra $200 per month, again, which would be so incredibly helpful right now and especially over the last couple years. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It is totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the latest details hitting the wire, doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos, as well as advocating on your behalf in any way that I possibly can. We know it's a busy time out there, and as I've said so many times for the last several months here, 2024 is all about you, the low income and fixed income beneficiary. There's already a number of things coming out right now, and the rest of the year is going to be very busy. Again, the spotlight is directly on the low income and fixed income, honestly, in a good way. Either way, there's a lot going on right now. I'm here for you every single day as much as I possibly can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below. Do yourself that huge favor. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos going forward. It's a busy time, and again, I'll continue to be here for you every single day, no matter what. All right, let's get into it and talk about the questions, the concerns, what's going on here on this $200 per month raise. Is it really coming this month or today for beneficiaries? And what does this mean going forward as far as where do we currently stand on all this? All right. So yes, to be fair, this has been getting a lot of traction. However, I do want to clarify what is going on here. So remember, we originally heard about this $200 per month raise way back in March of 2020. That's a long time ago now, right? Almost 4 years ago is when we heard about this for the first time. A small group of senators came out, introduced this, and basically said it'd be a $200 temporary raise. Do you remember that? They didn't tell you it was going to be temporary. That was not in the headlines a whole lot, but that was only going to be a temporary $200. Obviously, it never happened, right? Well, then about a year ago, actually it was a little bit more than a year ago to be fair, Bernie Sanders and a bunch of his buddies out of the Senate came forward and reintroduced this in the Social Security Expansion Act, yet again, adding this $200 per month raise, raising taxes on higher income individuals, creating this donut hole effect, changing the COLA, as in the cost of living adjustment, from the CPIW to the CPIE, and a couple other changes to reform Social Security. But the big one in there is the $200 per month raise, okay? Now, again, we've been hearing a number of different things about this. Sometimes it's kind of quiet. We don't hear anything about it for a little while. And then other times we hear a bunch of information coming out suggesting, hey, it's looking pretty good. They're getting some traction on this. They're talking about it. They're playing around with the ideas and all kinds of things like this. So I want to bring it to your attention here in this video because there's a lot going on with this. And like I said before in one of the videos, what I've been seeing out there is that, hey, they're going to bring this up. This is going to be a big deal this year, 2024. Maybe not so much yet, but timing on the delivery of this is going to be very important as well, okay? If they time this thing perfectly, well, guess what? That's going to be pretty good, especially when we know what is going on in November and obviously everything leading up to that right now, right? So anyway, long story short, and again, I want to point all that kind of preliminary information there so we know all the background behind all this. Okay, so here's what I want to bring to your attention. And again, I've had a number of people asking me, hey, I heard this is coming today, this month, things like this, okay? As of right now, the $200 per month raise has not been approved yet, okay? It has not been approved yet, okay? And again, I know, sometimes I'm here telling you things that you may not want to hear, but again, as I've said before in other videos, I'm always here to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information every single day in these videos, even if sometimes it is things that you may not want to hear. I guess I'd rather bring you the honest information rather than being like, yeah, it's coming tomorrow, and then it never arrives, okay? That's not happening as of yet, okay? But anyway, this is something I want to continue watching very closely, especially between now and what's going on in early November, right? Elections, you know that, right? But anyway, as a result of that, so I'm going to continue watching this, but as of right now, no, it is not coming today. It's not coming this month yet, as of now. Now, here's what also is interesting. There's been some information coming out suggesting, over the last few weeks here or so, some people coming out saying, hey, I got my higher benefit because of the COLA. Now I heard that the $200 is also coming as a result of that. Well, no. Okay, that's not really how it's going to be. However, I also have seen some information coming out saying, wait, some people got the $200 raise. Well, no, not in that sense, okay? Let me explain. And this is my speculation on this. I could be wrong with this, but let me tell you what I am anticipating where the confusion is coming in on this, okay? Obviously, the beginning of the year, right? So January, we all got the COLA, right? The COLA, the 3.2% that we were super excited about. I'm kidding, right? The 3.2% is nothing. It's honestly kind of an insult, right? But anyway, here's what's happening. For some beneficiaries who have a very high benefit, I'd have to run the math on this. What would it actually be, right? So anyway, it'd have to be a very high benefit. I'd have to run the exact math on this, but depending on the benefit amount, I was trying to run the math a little bit in my head, but depending on the exact benefit amount, the 3.2% would probably not even produce a $200 per month raise, but it could potentially get relatively close depending on the amount of money that somebody's getting in their monthly benefit. So I think this is where maybe the confusion is coming in, where some people are saying, I got the $200 this month. Well, no, you probably didn't. You probably didn't get extra $200 this month because of the Social Security Expansion Act, because it's not passed yet, but maybe you got close to 200 because of the COLA, okay? Your benefit would have to be very high. It'd have to be very high. Actually, I don't even think that's realistic. Based on this, I'm kind of running some math again. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. But your benefit would have to be very high. In fact, I don't think there's a benefit high enough that would actually constitute a $200 per month raise. Now, last year, 2023, yeah, for sure. People got $200 raises left and right because the raise was 8.7%. You could easily do that, right? There were people out there getting higher benefits. They got over $200 a month more. Again, not to be confused with the Social Security Expansion Act. So anyway, yes, benefits did increase as a result of the COLA, but it was not $200, okay? I'm trying to run some math here, but again, just based on everything that I'm calculating here, it is not making sense. There's nobody that has a benefit high enough that would get a $200 raise. You could get $100. Yeah, $100 you could get. Because of the COLA, but no, it's not going to be $200 a month. So that's maybe where some of the confusion is coming in, where some people maybe think that they got, $200, which really it's not. It's a little bit because of the COLA, but that is not it. So anyway, long story short, this is what it comes down to. No, unfortunately, the $200 per month raise has not been implemented yet. However, we want to continue watching this very closely because this could be something that comes up quite a bit here in 2024, and I anticipate it to be. Based on what I've been reading, what I've been seeing on this, I anticipate this will be a thing that comes up quite a bit throughout the entire year. Now, right now, remember, it might be a little bit early in the year for them to start pounding the drums and, circling the wagons, as you can kind of say on this one, to act like this is going to be a for sure thing yet. However, when summer rolls around, when, late summer, early fall starts coming by, again, I know that's kind of a long time from now, and again, it could be coming sooner than that, which realistically it should come sooner than that to start getting some attention on this again, but once these timeframes come around like this and they get closer and closer to November, the more that they bring this up, the more that they talk about it, the more traction it's going to get and the more attention it's going to get, because guess what? If they start trying to sell this to us right before we make a pretty big decision, do you think it's going to be beneficial? Yeah, for sure it's going to be, right? So timing on this is important. If they start it too early, as in start really, really kind of selling this thing to the American people too soon, well, then it's a lot of effort and it's not going to really yield the result that they want, which is the vote, right? So anyway, this is what it comes down to. Again, I wish I could come back right now and say, oh, for sure, it is coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's not, okay? It's not coming today. It's not coming tomorrow. It's not coming this month as of right now, but we'll have to see what happens here. And again, another thing I want to point out really quickly, if they were to pass this, we don't know when they would implement it. It could be implemented next calendar year. It could be beginning of the new fiscal year. They could choose some arbitrary date out in the future at some point. We don't really know. So my point is, even if they were to pass the Social Security Expansion Act or the $200 per month raise, they could also push out the implementation of it kind of far. They could push it out a year. They could push it out 3 months. They could push it out the beginning of 2025. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just because they pass it, if they do, just remember, it may not be implemented immediately, even though that'd be super nice, or some back pay would also be pretty awesome on that too, because that'd be very beneficial and helpful for a lot of people. So either way, I'm going to continue watching this very closely along with everything else. There's a lot of things that are happening right now and a lot of changes that are going on. And again, remember, it's all about you this year. I guarantee it. Wait and see if, things have already been happening so far, but just wait and see. Over the coming months here, it's going to get even busier than it already has been so far. And it's all about you this year. Either way, hope this one helps you. For those of you that have been asking, the concerns, the questions, the comments, the different people reaching out asking about the details of this. Is it coming? Is it happening? Is it, when am I getting it? Stuff like this. I hope this clarifies it for you. So either way, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Hit the thumbs up or the like button down below. Share the video with your friends. Send me social media, again, down below. And go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I have linked down below in the description. Again, 100% free to do so. Everything's totally free here. I want to do whatever I can to help you out. So enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And catch you again later.